Welcome to Cohesive Friendship Unit. My name's Chris. I'm here with Brian,
What's going on?
Jake,
Hey guys.
and Jeremy.
Yo, what's up?
Guys, there is so much Nintendo content that could show up at E3. We had to break it up into two parts. So this is a continuation of our E3 2019 kind of pre-show coverage, where every week we're going to be doing a different E3 press conference prediction video. In this case, it's two videos. We're going to be doing Nintendo's confirmed games and development software. We're going to talk about all of them and whether or not we are excited, whether or not we think we're going to see it at the E3 Nintendo Direct, and whether or not we are going to get a date. And then the next part, which will be coming probably the day after the first part drops, is their mobile games, and if we're going to be seeing any of that at the Direct, the possibility of the new Switch consoles, any other predictions, and Nintendo's buddy-buddy relationship with Xbox. But before we begin, there will be a Steam code in the description, guys. As always, that Steam code is the result of you guys continuing to subscribe and support our channel. If you want to be kind of in that first come, first serve for the Steam code, the best way to do that would be to be subscribed and ring the bell so you get the notification, hop right into the video, grab that Steam code. Alright guys, here we go. Nintendo. I didn't think it was going to be this big. And Jeremy, I remember a few months ago, was like, what are some big Nintendo Switch games coming down the pipeline? And I could name like 4 or 5 off the top of my head. I'm going to read the list down real quick, and then we're going to go through one by one. It's 14 games. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Metroid Prime 4, Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Smash DLC, that's not a game, Super Mario Maker 2, Luigi's Mansion 3, Bayonetta 3, Daemon Ex Machina, Town by Game Freak, Cadence of Hyrule, and there's another Astral game by Platinum Games that we will be talking about. We're going to go right back to the beginning of that list. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Guys, 3 questions. Are we excited? Will we see it at the Direct? And will we get a release date?
So this is the Zelda game not set in Hyrule that is going to be, is it isometric or like pseudo-isometric if I remember correctly?
Yeah, it's a remake of a Game Boy game.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I mean, I obviously, the last Zelda game was amazing. Probably still my favorite game on the Switch. But I do like the old style 2D games. You know, it's nice to have something that you can kind of just hop in and enjoy. And Zelda's always good.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this game. Obviously, this is not going to be as big as Breath of the Wild, and I'm a little bummed at $60, but more Zelda is good Zelda. I think Jeremy was pretty excited, right?
I'm actually really excited. I think it looks really cool. I've been playing Breath of the Wild with my girlfriend. She's been liking that, and she's excited for Link's Awakening too. I think it looks like a fun, isometric-esque adventure, and I'm pretty hyped.
I've actually played this game.
Oh damn!
For a brief period in time, I was like playing Game Boy ROMs on my phone, and the virtual buttons suck so much that like you can only really play RPGs, and I was looking for something that wasn't Pokemon. So I downloaded that one, and I played like 60% of the way through it.
Oh shit.
And it wasn't bad, to be honest. Like, if I had that back in the day, I probably would have played it.
And this is coming from someone who fucking hates elves.
Yeah, that's always Brian's.
So that's high praise.
Yeah.
All right.
It wasn't bad.
Well, do we think so it's slated to come out in 2019. Do we think we will get a official release date, and will we see it at E3?
Yeah. We might see it it'll be that week. I don't know which one they'll show it at or if they'll have it available to play the demo, but we'll have details that week.
And
This is all very confusing.
Will we get a release date? I think we will.
Yeah. I think that's the next major release.
Really?
The other ones don't.
You think it's soon?
I think it's pretty soon. That one seems pretty close to done. It seems like relatively low legwork. We've seen gameplay. It's supposed to come out this year. Metroid we know is nowhere close to done, and we don't have any real details on Animal Crossing or Fire Emblem. Do we have a date for Pokemon? It might be Pokemon.
2019.
So it's one of those two.
Okay. I also think we'll get a date. Jake, do you think we'll get a date?
I think so.
All right. Brian?
Probably.
All right, cool. Speaking of Metroid, we got Metroid Prime 4. Now, we recently, in the beginning of the year, got an update on the development, and that hit had basically been restarted and passed on to another development studio, Retro. So this game is kind of in a state of limbo. And keep in mind, since this development update, the last time we heard anything about Metroid Prime 4 was E3 2017.
Yeah, update is kind of not the right word. They pretty much told us they didn't do shit and they have to start again.
That is true. It was a guy standing in front of a white screen saying, we're scrapping it all. So,
we had some concerns about that at the time, if I recall correctly. Or at least I did.
It's surprising that they have to start over, but I'm surprised they're bringing anything to E3 related to Metroid. Because they did
do you think they will?
We don't know that they are.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah, that's the
I
question.
thought you said this was confirmed.
Well,
these are confirmed
games in development.
Okay. I think definitely not, because they
absolutely not
started.
Yeah.
I think
there will be an update, but no video.
I think we'll get a CG trailer.
Maybe.
I don't think we'll even see that.
I think they'll mention it just to assuage fears, like just to assuage people who are like, "Ooh, that sounds like they fucked up bad." I think that it'll be mentioned. I don't know that they'll show video.
We'll see that's what I think we're gonna see something from it, only because
concept.
Just like because it's a new studio and because I think to kind of, like you said, like ensure that everything's running smooth, just show that the new studio kind of has something. And again, it's a CG trailer. Like, I don't think we're gonna see any gameplay, any engine footage. I think kind of like the Zelda unveil in 2013 for a game that came out in 2017. I think we'll see, just a CG thing that's like, hey, the game exists, it's happening. That's it, That's just me.
Possible.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would probably agree with that.
But it sounds like none of us think we're getting a release date for this, because it's, no.
I don't think it's even coming to E3.
Yeah. Okay. But I think we are still relatively excited for Metroid Prime, or are we skeptical now?
I think it's going to be a while before we get a date for Metroid, so...
It's too far for you to be excited.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's continue to something that we know is coming out in 2019. That is Animal Crossing for the Nintendo Switch, of which we have not really seen anything of. Do we think we're going to see it this E3?
Nope.
No?
No.
Really?
I think that I don't know. We don't know anything about it other than like not even in a like it was in a press release. It hasn't even been mentioned like at a conference. It's
no, they had a
confirmed.
They had a Nintendo Direct with a trailer.
I think it has to be here, right?
That's what I'm saying.
It's a 2019 date, so
okay, I didn't know that.
It's got to be. I mean, it's either now or one of their mini directs in a couple months.
I think this game is too big to be a mini direct. I think this is like one of their biggest games of the year. I think it has to.
Yeah, and we haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah.
Except that it's in development. So.
Yeah,
like,
I'll be interested to see what they do.
You don't think we're gonna see it?
I don't think we're gonna see it, dude.
It comes out this year.
It comes out this year, but like we haven't heard anything about it.
No, we have. My bad. Total. I didn't realize that all this was out.
Animal Crossing. So, wow, I'm surprised that half of us don't think we're gonna see it.
Dude, I think 3/4 of us don't think.
I think we'll see it.
For real?
Oh yeah, it's 2019 release date. Like I said, it has to be free or a mini direct, and if it's a mini direct, that means it's coming out
like around the holidays.
Yeah, but we still have to show something before then.
Well, they could save it for the mini direct, but I don't think they will.
Well,
I think they'll announce it.
So, Brian and Jeremy, do you think that if we're not seeing it this year, or this E3 rather, do you think that it's in danger of like a delay?
No, I just think that it's what I've always said. So, Chris, you at the top of this, you were like, Jeremy asked what games are coming out, and I could only think of 5, but here's 12. But only like 5 of them are major titles. Like, Luigi is maybe a tentpole, but then everything after that, Bayo, Daemon X, Town, Cadence, and Astral Chain are not tentpole releases that you build your release schedule around. So I think that to an extent, like, you know, they're still looking at my time frame is probably a little more compressed. It's probably like 2-3 years, but like I don't think they're going to put out 4 of these big franchise titles in 1 year. I think we're likely to see Link's Awakening, and we know Pokemon's coming out this year, and I think Pokemon is the holiday release.
Well, Animal Crossing already has a 2019 date, so you're saying you think it's going to be delayed?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I think it'll be okay. When I say seeing it, I meant like actual, like there might be some advertising or something for it, but there won't be like gameplay. Like I don't think it's not gonna drop at E3.
Okay,
for sure.
All right. I personally think this will be like one of the bigger highlights of the show. Personally, just because I think this is one of their bigger games. This and Pokemon to me.
Yeah, but they have the Pikachu movie out right now. Like, if you think about it, what you say, it makes a lot of sense. Like with the timing.
Oh, the thing I might be wrong about is that I might be overestimating the weight they're putting on Link's Awakening. That might be more of like a.
No, but that's a low-hanging fruit. That's a port, effectively.
So, but that's what I'm saying. So maybe their other tentpole release will be Animal Crossing, and it'll make it out this year. I don't know. As I was trying to say before. It's true also of this. I'm not super into Animal Crossing. I didn't remember from the last Direct that it had been confirmed for release. So I guess, I don't know, it's just, we haven't heard much about it.
I think we'll have Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem as the 2 big releases for E3. So E3 is very often like the more gamer-centric announcements. So I know Animal Crossing's like a big Nintendo game, but it's also, I don't know, I think it's not as obviously not as big as Mario. Fire Emblem is definitely not a big platform game. It's definitely more like a gamer game. And then I imagine we'll probably see some of the like you said, the less big name titles like Bayonetta, Daemon X, that kind of stuff at E3.
Yeah. Well, so just speaking kind of on the same lines, are any of us excited for Animal Crossing?
No. It's kind of dumb, I think.
I don't think it's in any of our areas of interest, but
I gather it's like Harvest Moon, and that
it's like Harvest Moon, except everybody else is an animal and you're not, and you
that
just
does make
look
me
like a stupid like ragdoll idiot.
The raccoon makes me like it a little bit more than Harvest Moon. I would rather be a raccoon, but it's just not my favorite genre.
All right, so it sounds like I'm excited to see what they bring, but by default, I have really only put a lot of time into the original Animal Crossing.
I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm
interested to see. I don't think I'm going to buy it, but I'm interested to see, especially after the Animal Crossing mobile game they released.
I'm also curious with Jake. And Brian apparently really does not like Animal Crossing. All right,
it's not great.
That's fine, dude. All right, moving on to Fire Emblem Three Houses. This game is confirmed to come out in July, late July. So the question is, will it get it's already had its fair share in the sun from a few E3s now. Will we get, and last E3, will we get a bigger blowout? Are we excited for it? Will we already have a date?
Yes, and yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be there. They're going to have demos. People are going to get to play it.
Yeah.
I think this is the game.
This is the game?
Yeah.
I agree.
So
this is the highlighted.
Jake, Jeremy, and myself particularly like Fire Emblem, but I think Jake seems very excited for this.
So I'm excited. When we got the trailer that kind of summarized what you were going to do, I was a little less excited.
I hated that trailer.
Yeah, I mean, I've learned to realize I'm not going to like most Nintendo trailers because they are very much not, they do not appeal to my culture. I guess I could say. But
Damn.
I don't know. The game, yeah, it just did not. The story, the kind of whole idea behind the game did not flow for me like the last ones. It seems like they're trying a little too much, which Fire Emblem is really a very simple turn-based game, and that's what's enjoyable about it. I don't want to be teaching like 10 kids that are going to go learn to fight elsewhere, and then I don't actually get to go fight. I don't know. I was turned off by the trailer, but I'm still excited to see what they come out with. I think it's going to be better than I'm thinking.
Okay. I am going to buy this day one, which might be a mistake, because I'm with you, Jake. That trailer was bad, but Nintendo has had, like you said, they have had some god-awful trailers for their, like, weird, like, stuff that typically resides in Japan coming to the West. Those trailers do not tend to, like, work well here. So I kind of have my fingers crossed it'll still be good.
This trailer's terrible.
This trailer is really fucking
I'm watching
bad.
it right now.
I've also waited for this game for like 3 years now. That was when they announced that it was coming to the quote NX at the time. And I'm ready to just fucking play this game.
Yeah.
I'm
ready for another Fire Emblem.
Jeremy, you've played some Fire Emblem.
I have.
You excited
Awakening and another one.
The Fates. One of the Fates.
One of the Fates.
Yeah.
Am I excited? Like moderately. If you guys played and you really like it, I'll consider getting it, but I'm not going to rush out to buy it myself. My problem is that like the 2 Fire Emblem games I've played almost exactly the same, and I was kind of like, haven't I played this? But then I feel like with this, they're bringing it like too far in the opposite direction. Like that whole teaching thing looks dumb.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Brian, do you
but
give a
maybe
shit
that's
about
just
Fire
not
Emblem?
part of the game.
Not really, no.
All right. Well, I think we can shift to a franchise that you might give a little bit more of a shit about, and that is Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Hell yeah.
Are we excited for this? Will we see it, and will we get a release date?
Probably.
Yes.
We'll see it.
We'll see it.
Release date may be like tentative. If we do get anything, it's going to be like Christmas 2019.
I mean,
Isn't it confirmed for this year as well?
It's confirmed for this year, and like I think we all
It's
know
gotta be.
it's coming out in the holidays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to sell those systems, dude.
Like it's coming out in November. Like,
It says literally late 2019.
Yeah, it's coming out, and so I don't think the date matters. Like I think we've all. It's not coming out in August. That's for sure.
I think this is going to be. I don't think we'll see anything at E3. I think it's going to be its own mini direct later on. In the
like
year.
just Pokemon.
So they did that with Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. They did it before E3. They had like a Game Freak mini direct. It was like the week before E3. They just did Pokemon.
Right. But that wasn't a Christmas release date.
It was late October, if I remember right. It was in the fall.
Yeah. I think this is going to be like Christmas, but I think they'll do a similar thing. They'll just push the mini direct out a bit.
I think this is going to be like the highlight of the show. I think so.
And one more thing, and then it's like Pokemon.
Oh, I think this is going to be like the whole show floor is going to be like decorated like Pokemon.
Oh, you think?
I think this is going to be like their big game that they're going to like push to shit.
I think the problem with that is that Pokemon really sells itself, and if you make your E3 all about Pokemon, then you're really overshadowing whatever else it is you're trying to pitch. And if they have another big game coming out this year, even the big titles they have left, just you can't stand up to Pokemon. That's like a huge fucking franchise next to Fire Emblem or Animal Crossing. So I don't think that would be like smart business on their part, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, I'd agree with that. Like, it can kind of stand on its on its own. Like, they're not making a Fire Emblem movie.
If you've got Pokemon up in
Zelda
there,
movie.
Ain't nobody giving a fuck about Animal Crossing and the raccoon if you got like Pokemon shit everywhere.
Yeah, dude, people go apeshit for Pokemon.
That's
they
true.
love Pokemon.
That's serious.
I love Pokemon.
Dude,
Are you
I
guys-
love Pokemon.
Are you guys excited for this
I'm so
iteration
excited.
of Pokemon?
It looks so good,
Yeah.
I think.
I'm
I don't
excited to
really
finally have
care.
a mobile one. I guess they were all mobile before.
All those
but
immobile Pokemon games.
Yeah.
they were all mobile before, but I never had a mobile console until the Switch.
You playing Pokemon
Dude, you had
Coliseum over and over?
You had a Game Boy SD.
Yeah, back on like
SP.
Ruby Red.
SP. Is it SP?
Yeah, but dude, that's where Pokemon was. Like Pokemon Coliseum,
That's like
or not,
15
not
years ago.
Coliseum.
Yeah, that was the best one they ever made. You played the glory.
I mean, there's
No,
no
the one
arguing
where you were
about
like
that.
the emo kid and you rode around on the motorcycle.
That's
Yeah, you had a
Coliseum.
bike.
That's Coliseum.
Dude, that shit fucking sucked. I'm gonna go right out there and say it. That shit sucked. That was terrible.
It was okay. It
That
wasn't
was
great.
like a GameCube game, though.
It
Yeah,
was.
but it was everything was wrong.
No, I was
Everything.
saying the best. I was saying the best one ever was Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, we can have a whole debate
Yeah,
on the
that's-
best
that's
Pokemon
a-
gen.
yeah.
Or maybe Ruby and Sapphire. Gen 3 is my
I'm
point.
gonna go with that. I don't know actually.
Well, I'm super hyped for this gen. I will say.
It looks. I
Yeah.
think it looks really, really
This
good.
this is the most excited I've been about Pokemon since 2013, when Jeremy and I went out to buy DSs and Pokemon on Black Friday.
X and Y was excellent, and this looks even better than that. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
I agree. I'm very hyped. It sounds like we're all pretty happy with Pokemon, and we think it'll be round about E3. Either it'll be in E3 in a big way, or it'll be shortly before or shortly after.
Good guess.
Okay, so Mario Maker 2. This one is kind of fun in that we already have a release date, and that is late June, like June 28th. We already have seen a couple trailers, and we are actually getting a Nintendo Direct on May 15th, which is tomorrow from when we're recording this. And it's going to be 15 minutes long, dedicated to Mario Maker 2. So, I don't know, like, I think it might get a shout out at E3, but I don't know if we're going to, like, see a whole lot. If it's getting 15 minutes tomorrow,
yeah, agree.
Agreed.
Strong agree.
Yeah.
it's a lot of time. But are we excited for Mario Maker 2,
Yes.
Meh.
Brian?
I don't care. I don't have a Switch.
Well, yeah, but does the idea of making and sharing Mario levels at all interest you?
Not really.
Okay, cool.
I would be really excited.
Because
if
you know it's just gonna turn into trash and just like people making PewDiePie levels and shit like that.
PewDiePie levels.
I mean, they definitely.
You know that's what it's gonna turn into. They're like, oh, you could everybody like. There's someone out there who's like the best in the world at making Mario. Like that's fucking bullshit. It's a bunch of 10-year-old kids sitting on their couches, you know, making all this bullshit levels. It's like
fucking 10-year-olds.
Great. So wait, one of you, Jake or Jerry, was excited about this? No? Okay.
You dropped out.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry. What?
Yeah,
What?
say
What?
that
Do you, yeah. So one of you were excited about this?
I am.
Okay. Yeah. Why?
Because it looks fun, and I heard that the first one was good, and
Even if it's 10-year-olds making bullshit.
dude, especially if I get to stomp on some 10-year-olds, that's even better.
no, it's gonna be levels
It's
made
amazing.
by 10-year-olds that don't
Yeah,
know
dude, and I'll
what,
get
like.
to fuck their shit up, dude.
No, dude, they're gonna be like.
Well, you have
losers.
to beat the level before you can put it online.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, your levels for fucking babies. Grow up. Make better
Yeah,
levels.
so it's just like an
Oh.
ocean of shit that you have to wade through to get to the good ones.
No, apparently a lot of them are good, but my only problem is that now I have to pay for the online service. So like,
Ooh.
if I pay for the online, then I'll get it, and I expect I'll actually play it quite a bit. But if I don't spring for the online, then like, there's no point having the game. That's my only problem with it.
I feel that. My biggest issue with it going into it is it looks like for the most part you're going to be doing all the making undocked, which doesn't sound that fun to like if you want to like make a level and then try it on the TV, you have to like get up and down. But
Ooh.
that's my
I don't
biggest
understand
issue.
why they do that. Why they
I
have,
also
like,
weigh the most.
requirements. Oh.
Are you excited about it, Jake?
Not really. I mean, I really liked Odyssey, but I don't know. I'm not. I have never been interested in creating levels. Like,
Yeah.
if you're, I have a job already, and I don't really want to like come home and develop
Work on
Mario
something.
levels for people.
But we make
So-
such great YouTube content for everyone.
Yeah, that's true. But this is a labor of love, you know. We do this for the fans.
Plus,
for
we
the
make
money.
millions a year doing this.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
pays for
oh,
itself.
We
absolutely.
don't want to tell. We don't want to brag
Yeah.
about that.
That's true,
Absolutely.
yeah. YouTube doesn't want you to know, but...
Yeah.
Alright,
Now
well...
they're not going to donate to our Patreon.
Oh,
It
true.
doesn't exist.
Real talk.
My
I'm...
castle on the hill's not done yet, so please donate to the Patreon so I can finish my castle.
For me, this seems like a Black Friday get it for $30 game. Like I'm excited for this game. I do not necessarily want to pay $60 for it.
No, you can't sell that for $60.
Well,
Well,
that's
it's
what
Nintendo,
it's,
so they
that's what
could.
it's selling
But there's
for.
no fucking content. The content is all shit that people made and put online.
Yeah, but it's Nintendo.
Well,
They
the
sell
first
everything
one,
for
the
60.
first one did ship with 100 levels that were made by developers, for what it's worth. All right, so we're about 50-50 on this one. Okay. Next up, keeping in the Mario family, keeping with the Mario relative, we're going to look at Luigi's Mansion 3. I think we can all safely assume the release date will be around Halloween. It would be a guess. It's confirmed for 2019. Will we see it at the E3 presentation? And are we excited for this game?
I think we'll see it.
Probably. Yeah.
Talk about games I don't give a shit about. Luigi's Mansion 3.
It's supposed to be good, but I've never played it.
I played the first
well,
one.
any of the Luigi's Mansion ones.
I played the first one. I do not... I get that there's some weird cult classic hype for this. I am not in... It was fine, is where I'm at with Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah. I'm more in the
Yeah.
DGAF category.
Yeah, same. But
Like, I would
said,
try
this-
it if it got really good reviews, but
This is definitely like an E3 title.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to see a little bit more too, because all we've ever seen of this is I think there was like 30 seconds of gameplay. Okay. So yeah, I guess we're meh on Luigi's Mansion. Bayonetta. Now we're starting to get into like the weird games, right? Like the games that are kind of murky. Like Jeremy was saying, we hit all like the big Nintendo blowouts. Link's Awakening, Metroid, Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, Pokemon, Mario Maker, which, if you think about it, that is not a bad lineup of Nintendo games. Let's move on to Bayonetta 3. Last we saw this was the Game Awards 17? I think it was, where they just announced the game and then we've seen nothing of it since. Do we give a shit about Bayonetta? Will we get a release date? Are we going to see it at E3 at all?
I'll leave it out here for now.
Maybe.
maybe.
I don't know. I don't really care.
Brian doesn't care.
I'm gonna say yes. Yes.
Yeah, you think
We'll
it's
see
finally
something.
time?
Probably.
We'll see something. It's all being done, out of house. I don't know what else they're working on.
Platinum Games.
Here's what I want to know: when is Bayonetta 1 coming to Switch?
It already is on Switch.
Oh my god! I didn't realize that.
Same with Bayonetta 2.
I knew. Oh no! I knew that Bayonetta 2 was on Switch because they announced it and it was a big deal. But I didn't know that Bayonetta 1 had made the jump to Switch.
Yeah.
Damn,
Well,
exclusive.
This game the first two have very, very good reviews, and Platinum Games made Nier Automata, which Jeremy and I love to death.
Yeah, really good game.
But there's something about this game that does not appeal to me, and I cannot put my finger on it.
I think it's partially. I mean, it's like I'm not trying to be any particular way, but like it's partially. I think people will kind of judge me if I play it. Like,
Okay.
it's about a sexy witch, and they're not shy about it. And that's kind of the big appeal of the game. Supposedly, the combat is really, really fun. But I recently tried Devil May Cry again, and I gather the combat is vaguely kind of similar. Someone's probably going to be angry about that in the comments, but that didn't really appeal to me either. I actually think this is a good, relatively good get for Nintendo as an exclusive title.
It's mature.
It's mature and it is a well-reviewed franchise, and it's a solid one to hang your hat on. It's a character and a franchise people are familiar with. So
Cool. All right. Let's move on. Again, these might go a little bit quicker now. Daemon Ex Machina. This game was revealed it was revealed back at an E3. They released a demo for it. I don't know if Jeremy or Jake played the demo, but I did, and it wasn't bad, but it was just not doing anything great for me. It's a mech game with a cel-shaded art style, and it's fairly like Japanese kind of feel to it. Thus the cell shading. I don't know. Wasn't for me. Do you guys care about this game or think it's going to be shown?
Fairly Japanese is an understatement. It is.
It's called
wicked
Daemon Ex Machina.
Japanese.
The sequel to Ex Machina, the film from 2000.
I am not really interested. I also think that cell shaded with robots never really works well. I know someone's going to point out that there are robots in Zelda and it's cell shaded, but different kind of robots. The very blocky square. It just makes it look like a kid
weird.
did it
Yeah.
instead of what Zelda did. So, not really interested.
Cell shaded should be for 2D, like 2D only. Keep it to that.
Or for games based off anime.
Right. But, you know, I don't care about it. Like, again, I don't have a Switch. Maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't.
Alright, 3 more games to go. These 2 are actually kind of interesting to talk about. The next one is Town by Game Freak. Again, last time we saw this was E3 2018. They showed it at the conference. It is made by Game Freak, the makers of Pokemon. I have a feeling we will not see this because all eyes are going to be on
Busy.
Pokemon.
Yeah, I think they've been a little busy.
Okay. And
2020.
Yeah, 2020. Okay. The next one is Cadence of Hyrule, which should be coming out fairly soon. That is an indie studio that actually got the license to The Legend of Zelda. And it's like
That's
a
weird.
rhythm game.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Interesting.
It's
Oh.
not gonna be good.
Well,
That
it's,
sounds
That's not gonna
awful.
be
so
good.
the original game like that they're known for is Crypt of the Necrodancer, which is an RPG where you have to like play to the
shit.
rhythm. And people like it because the soundtrack slaps and the gameplay is unique. I don't think we're going to see this game because I think Link's Awakening is going to be there. And I don't think you want... Yeah, too much
You don't
Zelda.
want you don't want DK Jungle Beat next to that.
But it's not going to be DK Jungle Beat. It's going to be boop 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 boop.
Yes.
Boop, 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 but just like that for a whole game. Oh God.
And you're gonna have to play it.
I
Well,
am very excited for this game, by the way.
I've never played Crypt of the Necrodancer, but I've seen it, and it is very interesting. I like the concept, and also Crypt of the Necrodancer is a pretty big deal. A lot of people know about it on the PC world. So,
But how big is that field of people that
well,
want to
yeah. As far as indie goes, it's nowhere close to like, Breath of the Wild, but
I think
it's enough
indie-
that like.
Yeah, Indie Cross Zelda, it's a big audience.
Yeah,
No,
it's
but
not like your shitty rhythm game. This is what I'm trying to say. Like this will be a good game.
Crypt of the Necrodancer sounds kind of cool. I'm just not sure how that translates as like a Zelda crossover.
It's
Do you
like
see what I'm saying?
It's like a Crypt of the Necrodancer, like spirit. It's the same gameplay but with a Zelda.
Yeah,
skin.
that sounds kind of cringy though.
All right.
Like that sounds like a Zelda skin, and like it's gonna be like the hardcore like
It's
Zelda
gonna-
fans
Well, yeah,
Dude,
I'm
have you ever
excited.
played
And
on your
Parappa
like
the Rapper?
Bluetooth ocarina.
Parappa the Rappa?
Yeah, dude.
think
it's
Yo,
gonna
he's
like-
my boy.
No, Parappa. Don't talk shit about Parappa the Rapper. That game slaps.
No,
That
it's-
game's awesome.
No, but it's gonna be exactly like that.
No, 'cause then it'll be
That's what
amazing.
the game's gonna look like.
Oh, I hope
So
so.
in 2019, dude, that's not gonna be amazing.
All right, well, I think we agree that we're probably not going to see this anyway.
Nah.
Yeah, no.
All right, so our last game, and this one actually also is a little interesting, Astral Chain. We saw this a few directs back. Astral Chain is also being developed by Platinum Games, same guys making Bayonetta 3. I have a feeling one of these two will show up, and it will probably be Astral Chain because it comes out in August. The game, I don't know, Jake or Jeremy or Brian, have you guys seen the trailer for this?
No.
No.
Brian, I assume that's a
No,
no.
I have not.
Okay, then I'll just carry this whole section. Astral Chain, this game looks fucking weird, and that it's very it kind of like Daemon Ex Machina. It's like if you're kind of into these like very heavily Japanese games, you'll probably like this game. It was like, and I'm into like I loved Nier Automata or Autonoma. I loved that game to death. This is like a little too much for me. It's just a little too much for me. And hey, I mean, if it's really good, I would love to, pick it up. I think I'm gonna have to wait for the reviews, so I'm not super excited. I do think we're gonna see this though, because it comes out in August, and we've only really seen one trailer for it. And yeah, that's it, guys. We just did a lot of games. This is why it's a two-part video. This is why it's a two-part video, because holy shit, Nintendo has
much more.
And there's more. That's exactly it. There's more. This was just the games we know that exist. They have a decent 2019 in their pocket. The rest of the year is going to be pretty action-packed, I think we agree, based on just this list. But yeah, I mean, I think that's it for us. More to come in part 2. But while our listeners are getting a new beverage for part 2, what should they be doing, Brian?
Well, if you're Japanese or 10 years old or one of the other scores of groups that I'm sure we offended throughout this video, go ahead and hammer your ire down in that word box there. And like Chris said at the beginning of the video, we really appreciate the subs and the likes. So if you like the video, and if you watched this far, you probably liked it, go ahead and click that sub button. And what did he say? He said ring the bell.
Yeah, ring that motherfucker.
I like that phrase.
Game of Thrones F5, yo.
Oh, is it a Game of Thrones thing?
No, it's not Game of Thrones, but the episode was the bell. That's like the name of the episode.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and ring that bell and smoke them if you got them, guys. That's all for me tonight, Chris.
All right, thank you, Brian. Catch you guys next time.